Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and in this video we are going over everything new in free update 1.13 that is dropping next to the Tropical Pack on the 4th of April. If you're looking for an overview video of the Tropical Pack, I highly recommend you to watch that video that is also uploaded on my channel. In this video, we are going over everything new in free update 1.13. So without further talking, let's go and jump into it. So the first new thing that has been added is the Sociality tab, and there you can see like what animals are bonded or like an outsiders, like animals. Gosh, that ostrich. Animals can be rejected by the group, but like the Sociality update is also added to provide like clarity for when and why overcrowding issues happen, and it will basically not change how you manage your animals. It's just an extra information tab. So if we look right over here at the ostrich, we now have, or we did already have, a social tab. So you can see the normal things about the adult population and with what animal this ostrich is bonded. You can see the current mates right over here. And here you can see the herd members. And right here at the bottom of the list, we can see 2 outsiders. And in this case, the reason for that is their gender ratio. So we have too many males in this group, so that is why these guys are an outsider. So I let the game run for like half an hour or so just to see what would change here with their bonding status. So this has not been changed at all, and this ostrich right over here is not bonded at all with any other of the ostriches. So it feels to me that it does matter what kind of animal it is, but that is me just guessing and trying to make conclusions out of the information that I have at this point. Right over here, you can see that these, let's see. Okay, this one is bonded with its dad probably, but this is like the mom, and this is an elderly. So if we look right over here at the parents, we see right over here, they are bonded with their dad. But why is it not bonded with the mom? I am a little bit confused about that. So I'm not really sure how this exactly works. If we look right over here at the zebras, then you can tell that this one is bonded with the current mate. And it is also bonded with 2 other members of the herd. Actually not sure if like they are bonded with these 2 as well. I mean, there is now a replacement here of the offspring. So yeah, there is a lot still unclear to me with this new Sociality tab and this Animal Sociality. I will put the forum post about this topic in the description of this video, and I really do apologize that I'm just not able to explain this to you guys, as there is just a lot still unclear to me. But hopefully along the week or the coming weeks, things will become more clear. One thing that I can say is that so far I have not seen any special animations with these animals or like any special bonding animations. I'm not saying they're not there, but as of right now, since I was playing, I could not see any special animations of like animals that are an outsider or animals that are bonded. So I do know that a lot of people were expecting that. Don't get your hopes up too high. I think this is only about just a little status, just to tell you some more information about why some animals are an outsider and some animals are bonded. The other thing that I can tell is that if you have an animal that is rejected or an outsider, you can grab it out of the habitat for a while, and then over time you can put it back into the habitat and you can then try to bond it. At least that is what I understood from the forum post. But yeah, unfortunately I just don't know much enough to tell you guys exactly how this all works. So if you are watching right now a little bit later maybe and you did figure it out, definitely do let us know in the comments down below. Something else new in this free update 1.13 are the Null Paths, which I absolutely love, and I think many of us builders are agreeing with me that that is a really nice feature being added. So if you want a null path, all you need to do is just take a natural path and then just make sure that you have your curbs turned on. So curb on ground path will give you like this edge, as you can see right over here. But if this is turned off, which I mostly have, you can now have a null path that is pretty much invisible, which is super nice because, like, for example, when you saw me building this tropical house right over here, or this reptile house, I was searching for the right path right over here. But maybe I would have thought, like, if I would use just plaster pieces and stuff to decorate the path myself, or I just want to have a muddy path like it is right now. I mean, this feels very natural to me, and it's still usable by everyone, which I just really do love this update. The only negative thing about this, in my opinion, is the fact that they did not include staff paths. Like, if you're going to add null path, there's a queue here as well. Oh, well, I don't really know if that is a smart thing to do, but you even can have a natural queue path in 2 meter wide. I still don't understand why we don't have a 2 meter wide path, but that is probably due to overcrowding issues, and it's gonna really cause issues on your path. So I get it, but if you use mods, you can also have normal path in 2 meter wide. But I don't understand why we do not have any staff path without any textures. Like, I would love that, and I just don't understand why you wouldn't add that as well. But yeah, as you can tell right now, you can see the edges light up, and as soon as you close this, it will all disappear, and you have a really nice natural looking path. I mean, this looks fantastic. I maybe even like this more than the texture that I had right over here, but this can really give you a lot of freedom. You can even have, like, guests, for example, walk through grassy terrain. Oh wait, I need to make this a little bit bigger. So like a grass field. You can have guests walk through a grass field. Isn't that awesome? I mean, you can do it now. You can really do everything with the null path. So I absolutely love this new feature in this update. Something else new with this free update is the multi-axis advanced movement. So if I now click this tree, for example, we get this 3D gizmo if I press X, for those that are really new to the game. And so now we already had the arrows, the blue one, the red one, and the green one, and now you have like this square box right over here. So yes, this is just up and down, left and right, but now you can also use this and go in an angle, or actually you can just freely move it. I am not entirely sure how much I like this. It feels very nicely to be able to move things like this, but very often I was building and I misclicked, and I accidentally clicked the 2 arrows instead of just 1. I'm not entirely sure how much I will use this. As far as I can tell so far, when building, it more annoyed me then I was like, oh yes, I can do this now because that's so much more useful. I don't know. It could be that over time I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just so happy with the fact that we can now easily move this. I mean, this feels very, very nice and more accurate instead of like having to move it all the way like this. So I think it definitely feels a lot more useful, but so far, yeah, I have not used it too often, so I can't really tell, but I think there are people out there that are going to love this new advanced movement tool nonetheless. Moving over to some climbing animals to show you guys the Climbable Asset Toggle, which is a very nice feature as well, because as you can see, when I click these items, for example, this rope piece, there is this climbing enabled feature, so I can turn this on or off. I'm not entirely sure if I am able to do it for more pieces that are not the same, because I do think, no, I cannot do that. There should be an option, yes. Oh, look, okay, we have a blueprint right over here. I can set this whole blueprint to be disabled as climbing. I'm not really sure if people will be using that super often, but definitely just the fact being able to toggle an item on or off, because sometimes you have an item being very close to the edge of your habitat and it would basically make your animals escape, and you're like moving it all the way inside of the walls just to that edge where the animals are not able to escape anymore. But now you can just click an item and just make sure like, hey, you cannot climb here anymore, which is just super useful, especially if you have a lot of escaping issues, but also just the fact to be able to now be able to use these type of pieces as your climbing or as your fences, for example, because you always had to search for like non-climbable items to be able to create your fences for climbable animals, which was super frustrating. The only thing I do not understand is that there are still items in the game that, like wooden items, for example, or like new items of the tropical pack of like planks and beams and stuff, which you would assume that could be climbable. They did not add the climbable toggle and they are not climbable. So I do really hope that Frontier will go back, just check all the items that are not climbable now, but you would assume they will be climbable, to also change that now so we can have the complete freedom with any piece that we have to choose if we want them to be climbable or not. That would be just super amazing. Nonetheless, absolutely love this update with the climbable asset toggle. Really useful for a lot of us builders. And then right over here, we have some pieces that are added with the free update 1.13. And man, I love these pieces right over here. I'm not going to say the name. I know that in the Netherlands, we call it liana, but I just don't know how to say this in English. So yeah, I'm just going to call them vines or something. But these guys look absolutely amazing. They're upside down. Well, it depends how you want to use them. You have the complete freedom, obviously, to use these pieces. There are a lot of them. I think there are 10 or 12 or something, which look really, really good. Absolutely love it. And they also have a climbable toggle. So yeah, maybe the new gibbons, for example, or the Simons are able to hang on them. Not entirely sure about that because they do seem a little bit more complicated, but it would be really cool. But I can see them walking over it, for example. That would also be really nice. So yes, a climbable toggle for that. This one now also has a tree sapling, which I saw it and I was like, wait, we did not have a sapling just yet? Okay. Well, that was surprising to me, but it's really nice because this tree looks super beautiful. I absolutely love this one. And if you like sink it down, it has like these beautiful leaves on top of them. So yeah, they are definitely one of my favorites, especially in a tropical biome. Then right over here, we have some rough rope pieces. They are actually also called rough rope pieces. Well, they look a little bit more rough, I guess, than the rope pieces that we had. They are not climbable or anything like that. They are recolorable. I do really like that, by the way. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I didn't notice that at first. These plants, absolutely love them. The Kentia palm, definitely going to be my favorites as well. Like I've been using a lot of the palm trees, like the small ones. Like we lack a little bit in like these beautiful plants, aka bushes, that are a lot tinier for like these smaller builds that we do. So these Kentia palms definitely look just super amazing. Absolutely love these guys. And then right over here, we have the new tropical leaf litter patches, which come with the free update. And these guys look amazing. They're not recolorable, but they look so beautiful when being on the edge of a path, for example. I don't know, we have a tropical path right over here, which is also new in the free update. So you can have this beautiful path, not the items, these are from the tropical pack, but this beautiful path with these beautiful stone curbs right over here and this beautiful stone fence around here, which looks absolutely amazing. But yeah, if you use these on the path, on the edge, I don't know, guys. I think it looks so beautiful. So this is definitely something that I think a lot of people are going to use. It just makes it look a little bit more natural, but also like in your natural patches on the edge or something. It just works super nicely. Definitely a really big, oh well, that is floating, a really big fan of these leaf patches. And then right over here we have a bicycle wheel, we have a wagon wheel, 2 candles, a thick one, any long one, not entirely sure. Yeah, well, I guess we were missing out on them, so they added them now in the free update. These pieces, I'm not entirely sure of. These are not selected as the base game, not selected as a tropical pack, but they are called Indonesian. So I think they're probably missing a tag here. I just don't know. I don't know if they're part of the tropical pack or the base game. So I'm just showing them right now. Yeah, if they're not in your base game, then they belong to the tropical pack. It's as simple as that. So yeah, this was everything new in free update 1.13. Do let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of everything that is going to be added in this free update. Leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe of course if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!